forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to Manage It Monday, your midday motivation to optimize your food safety strategies and elevate your business operations with Rochelle Howell. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Manage It Monday. I'm Rochelle Howell, and today we are diving into one of the most overlooked but critical aspects of food safety: paperwork. Now, before you start rolling your eyes thinking this is all about boring forms and checklists, let me tell you, the right paperwork can protect your business, your customers, and even your sanity. We're going to break this down into three main categories of food safety logs and talk about a big regulation coming up that could impact your business in 2026. So, let's get started. Picture this: you're running a manufacturing plant, or if you prefer, a restaurant, and suddenly an inspector walks in unannounced. They ask to see your last 30 days of temperature logs, sanitation records, and supplier approvals. And you panic, thinking, where did I put those temperature logs? Did the staff actually record cleaning procedures? Are the supplier assessments even updated? You check a binder, it's incomplete. Your manager swears they filled it out. And just like that, your stress levels skyrocket, your inspector frowns and begins telling you to throw things out, and you wonder how bad this inspection will get. And just missing or disorganized records can mean fines, shutdowns, or even legal trouble. This is a reality for so many food businesses. And when that moment comes, you don't want to be scrambling. You want to be ready. So today, we're going to take that stress away by giving you a clear breakdown of what you need to log and how to keep it organized. Let's start with the first category, farms. For businesses at the farm level, traceability starts early. If you're a farmer, you need to keep track of worker health and hygiene training records. Make sure your team understands proper hand washing and illness prevention. Soil amendments, compost, manure logs, track treatments and applications. Water testing and treatment logs. Irrigation water quality must be documented. Harvest and post-harvest sanitation logs. Sanitizing surfaces, tools, and containers. Traceability logs, where your produce is sold or distributed. Proper logs help trace outbreaks back to their source and prevent foodborne illness. And with FSMA 204 going to effect January 1st, 2026, farms will need to improve their traceability systems. FSMA 204, also known as Food Traceability Rule, applies to certain farms that handle high-risk foods listed on the food traceability list. Farms that grow, pack, hold, or ship these foods will need to comply with stricter record-keeping requirements to improve traceability from the farm to the consumer. Now, this topic deserves its own show, but for now, start working on how you can digitally track, preferably in some type of spreadsheet or database, or you can type it in later if you're using paper. Here's what you need to start tracking: harvesting date, location, variety, quantity, and initial packing details. Cooling, if applicable, time, temperature, and location of cooling after harvest. Initial packing, packing date, batch lot number, and container information. Shipping, when and where the food was sent, including the recipient and transport method. Give each lot a specific number that you can trace back to all the details. Now, if you're in food processing, manufacturing, or distribution, your documentation needs to be even more detailed. Here's what you need to keep track of: food safety plan documentation, such as your hazard analysis and preventive controls. Sanitation and cleaning logs of equipment, facility, allergen cross-contact prevention, and other things. employee training logs for GMPs, food safety training, sanitation, supplier and receiving records for ingredient sourcing, supplier approval, and your receiving logs, pest control logs for monitoring actions and then corrective actions, temperature logs for storage, transportation of perishable items, recall and traceability logs, your lot tracking and mock recall drills. So starting again January 1st, 2026, you'll be required to keep stricter food traceability logs for your high-risk foods. If your business handles fresh cut produce, seafood, dairy, or other items on the traceability food list, you will need to keep lot codes for all ingredients and products, your supplier and distributor records, shipment and receiving records, tracking movement from the farm to you and from you to the retail locations. And these records must be sortable, preferably in a spreadsheet. And finally, let's talk about the last bucket, retail and food service. If you run a restaurant, grocery store, or other type of food service business, here are the key logs you need. Time and temperature logs for cooking, cooling, thawing, hot, cold, holding, all of your temps. Employee health and hygiene records, your sick policies, your trainings, if you've got Hep A. You need cleaning and sanitation logs for dishes, equipment, your facilities. Keep your pest control logs, your tracking, your sightings, and what treatments have been going on, your allergen control and labeling records. If you had to handle any, we want to mark that. Your waste disposal and maintenance logs for like grease traps and waste handling. And once again, for you, if you sell products that fall under that food traceability list, you want to make sure that you get those numbers and that information from your suppliers and you track. Now, I know these are a lot of documents, but here's what I want you to remember. Know which logs apply to your business. Use a consistent format, preferably something digital. Train employees to write it down. Tell them if it's not recorded, it didn't happen. Review logs regularly. Don't wait for an inspection. By then, it'll be too late. And know that FSMA 204 is coming. Make sure your records are sortable and traceable. You don't want to be flipping through piles of paper during an inspection, making them nervous and thinking that you don't know what to do. So start setting up your digital tracking system now. It could be as simple as an Excel or a Google spreadsheet that you upload and keep it organized for easy filtering and tracking. And if you must use paper, then make sure that you go type it later. Now, time for your weekly action. This week, choose one log category you struggle with, such as cooling or receiving log, and audit your records. Do you have all of them from the past 30 days? What was missing and why was it missing? If something was missing, address that root cause and work on digitizing the records so you can easily track them and review them. And now trust me, your future self will thank you. Let us know how your record audit goes in the comments. And as always, if you're looking for more information, be sure to check the video description for our website where you can sign up to work with us, or you can download our free mini guide, Building a Successful Food Business, a practical guide for aspiring food entrepreneurs. It includes a helpful checklist to get you started on the right path. Now, that was probably paperwork overload, but you got this. Start by taking a deep breath and then repeat after me. I am in control of my food safety records. My paperwork is organized, my team is trained, and my business is protected. Compliance brings confidence, and I am ready for anything. Now, let's make it happen, people. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday or in a coaching call. Take care.